Louise and here with me.
Okay.
Will y'all please pray with me? Heavenly Father God, I thank you for this day, Lord, and just this moment in time. Thank you, Lord, for getting us here, Lord. We've made it. I thank you, Lord, for keeping us safe, and just I thank you for all these who have helped prepare this, Lord, and made this event happen and made it possible. I thank you, Lord, for this moment that we're able to honor those who are recognized today, Lord, for their academics. I pray you just bless this time that we have to honor your work, Lord, as well as honoring those who are recognized. And just please bless this time, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
I know it's hard to hear when the masks are on, so while we're speaking and removing the masks and then replacing them directly thereafter. First of all, let me officially welcome you to Honors Convocation and what is really the newest addition to the campus, Activity Hall. So for those of you who helped ready the building throughout the summer, thank you very much. For students, I hope you very much enjoyed this building, and I hope it becomes quickly a part of the fabric of Kentucky Wesleyan College. I wanted today to talk a little bit about education overall. So, for all the students, can I have you stand up, please? When you arrived as first year students, we told you that someday you'd actually graduate and get honors and do different things. I know that was a very scary event for you, and today it is. So this is really your day. So for everybody who's not a student, let's give them a round of applause. Those of us who are here who are no longer students, and realize that you didn't make this trip all on your own. That you had a great support system, starting with your parents, your siblings, going from K through 12, and everybody else in this room. And they say that education truly takes a village. They are not lying. So we are very proud of what you have accomplished, and we hope that you will continue to accomplish more. But every time you reach a new pinnacle, take a look around and see who has helped you to get to that stage. Make sure you thank them. Make sure you remember them. And what we want from you, who are going to be our future leaders, are going to be great at it. What we want from you to do, rise all ships with you. And then bring everybody with you until that you can. And I know you will. So please, be seated. Over the last 10 years, 20 years, there's been a lot of discussion about the importance or lack thereof of liberal arts. What is liberal arts? 45% of the workplace in today's society are Christianity. 45%. So where does that leave us? They say that technology is taking over the workforce needs and wants of industry. I don't really believe that. The fastest growing jobs are in areas that use tech. Not the tech field itself, but areas that use tech. Means we don't get to do to know how to utilize that technology and put it into play. Not very old. Okay. When you survey employers for the traits that they see, number one is being a good communicator. Number two is having a clear vision and strategy. have an athletics team, some days you feel like you're living with your coach. The staff members, who are often the very first people that you see when you visit, the first people who reach out to your family, the people with whom you speak out when you're doing, the people to whom you ran when that faculty member gave you an unfair test or if you're up to 3 in the morning. It was horrible. So you went to the staff members and they look at your shoulders. The staff members are there for the faculty too, and they go and say, students are so unfair, they're using these tests and they're complaining about it. We're a village. We're a big family. And that's what we're doing. Right there. No, it's all fine. So you look around at your faculty, your staff, your coaches, and everybody on campus who's helping. Person at whom you need to look most is at yourself. None of the goals that we set that you can be reached about the dedication of each and every one of you. Internally, you have to take control of your own education. You've done it. You've learned to take the leadership role in your education. On campus, off campus, from your coursework instruction to research and experiential learning. You're the positive force behind following the campus activities, in speaking roles, leadership roles and projects, working through that open-ended question. How many of you were given a project, and when you went in and talked to a faculty member, you said, what is the end goal? You got this. Because the end goal was what you had to find. You had to define that project. You had to define the parameters. And I probably gave you just a sinking pit in your stomach, didn't it? And then as you got closer to the end and it came through, and you finished it, and you had that sense of accomplishment that nobody could ever take away. You were the world's expert on that project. That type of education is irreplaceable. And that's exactly what you got. You had to take control of it. You had to do that. So, give thanks to those around you. But also know that your internal drive is what's going to keep carrying you through. And then I'll just end by saying once again, congratulations. And as you go forward, please be the ship that raises all ships with you. Because you can. You have that power. And you will have that for a long time. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Wendell. I have the pleasure of introducing you to our speaker for today. Karen and I arrived at Kentucky Wesleyan at the same time. Only he was much smarter than me. He graduated in 2012, and I'm still here. So Dr. Karen is an associate professor in exercise science at the Arnold School of Public Health at the University of South Carolina. Prior to this, Karen received his PhD in kinesiology from Ohio State University, an MS in kinesiology at Georgia Southern, and of course his BS in health science here at Kentucky Wesleyan. He recently completed a postdoctoral research fellowship in exercise oncology within the School of Medical and Health Science at University in Australia. His research focuses on the impact of exercise, nutrition, and behavioral interventions on the health and wellness of individuals with cancer during and after treatment. He has published over 50 peer-reviewed abstracts, manuscripts, and book chapters in the areas of exercise and sports nutrition. He's also a very strong advocate of dissemination of scientific research to a variety of audiences. He is the founder, CEO, and chief exercise physiology at REACH, the Research, Exercise, and Cancer Health company designed to provide evidence-based guidelines of physical activity to health medical professionals and individuals with cancer. He acts as a scientific advisor to several health and wellness companies and has developed a training course in exercise oncology for coaches, which is available to over 700 exercise facilities across the U.S. The title of his talk today is Live Your Truth. So please, welcome one of our own, Dr. Karen.
How are you doing? Man, the energy in this room is fascinating. I hate those introductions because all that does is tell you about what I've done. And it's all that's okay. It means something to me because it means, it shows to me what I'm able to achieve, but it doesn't mean anything to you. And all of these talks that we do when we give these graduations and seminars is like, someone who's achieved a bunch of stuff that you can put on a CV, and then I turn back to you and go, you can work hard and achieve anything. But I don't know you. I don't know what your goals are. I don't know what your support system is. I don't know who's in your life that is making your life easier or harder to get to those things. So I can't stand up here and say you're all going to be successful, work hard, and whatever. Like, all I can do is tell you what I've been through, my journey, and hope that, you know, you might find some way to relate to it, because I hate school. In spite of me being here for 15 years, I hate school. So, growing up, I was, you know, fairly stereotypical. I grew up in a rough family, dad wasn't around, super angry kid, major chip on my shoulder, and the only thing that was keeping me on the straight and narrow was sports and some of my coaches. In Ireland, academics aren't tied to sports, so the way we try and get to be professionals, playing club soccer and doing whatever. So a lot of us who are good at football or good at soccer growing up, we didn't care about school. Like, what, you geography? Look, I'm trying to make a professional. And we also don't have GPAs throughout our years. So all of what determines whether or not we get to school later on is a final exam at the end of 6 years of high school, which I failed. So I had no real options when I came out of high school, and there was kind of a prep course set up for lads like me, similar to like the Netflix documentary Last Chance U, where you take a bunch of us lads from the city who are trying to make something of ourselves and start to play football and try and get scholarships away. I was lucky when I got a scholarship over to Wesleyan, but it was one of the worst things you could do for me in taking me out of a city environment where I had some good coaches in my corner, moving me to a completely different country, to Owensboro, Kentucky. Talk about a culture shock. And especially at the time, like, I'm European, we love tight clothes. I had deep V-necks, like skin fitted, and I walked around some dudes in like cowboy boots and everything. It was a really hard transition, and I didn't care about school. All I heard was, you get a free shot to keep playing soccer to make something of yourself. I didn't know I was actually going to have to go to class and study geography and American history, which didn't turn out well. Like, I came over, and the first semester I was ineligible because of my grades, and Andy Dunn, the coach, fought Cranial on letting me come over a semester or a year early because they didn't want me to come without being able to play. Which turned out to be a bad idea for them. So I came up, the soccer team was travelling on away trips and all that type of stuff, and I'm left behind in Kendall on my own in the middle of Kentucky, no friends, and I'm like, what? This is a different world. And it was a really hard time to try and adjust to playing soccer and also losing every game. But we were terrible. And also try and maintain some of my grades as well. And so a lot of the build-up to me was in the sophomore year. I was coming back captain, I was going to, lead the team and try and turn the team around or whatever. But you talk about freshman 15, I gained freshman 45. I came over at 175 pounds, and I think at my highest, I was 220. So Andy was like, listen man, you're too heavy to play soccer, what are you doing? But we at the time, Wesleyan didn't have a strength and conditioning coach, didn't have a nutritionist, and I don't really did the personality, so what I did was 2-a-days every day from January to August, and eating very low calories, all this type of stuff. So I came back in my sophomore year, pre-season, went from 220 down to about 160. At the same time, we had to save up to be pro. So I'm over here, seeing a lot of people branding Blackberries and SUVs and all that type of stuff, and the chip on my shoulder that I've had growing up came back. I've always had this mentality of, if you're not going to give me, I'm going to take it. So I came back as captain of the soccer team, meant to be a leader and bring the team through to the conference or whatever. Instead, I recruited 4 freshmen to start shoplifting with me. So what we would do is go down to Owensboro Mall, put on a bunch of clothes, give someone back and walk out the door. And then we go up to Evansville, do the same thing. Bounce back and forth. I'm the captain of the soccer team. And of course we got caught. We were in Owensboro one day, doing 2 days of pre-season, so we trained in the morning, came back out in the day to do whatever down at the mall, and the security guard called us. said, this is, you know, the police are on the way, you know, he's all done for. And he closed the door and he went down to see where the police were. And at that time I was like, if I get done for this, college is over, get kicked out of America. Like all of this that I worked for, but I didn't work for it. All of this that I'm doing is done. And like an idiot, the security guard came back in and all the lads were like, listen, he wasn't involved. And we were on that old mall down up the road, Frederick Street, and he let me go. When I tell you, I've never ran 16 mile quicker, there was flip-flops coming off me when I was running back to campus. But we were doing 2 days. So the 2 days was, we rocked back up at 6 p.m. at night, and Andy was like, where's the rest of the team? I was like, yeah, we're in jail. So, by grace and good luck and whatever else, the police got involved and were processing all those lads, and my name didn't come up. Now, it came up to the Cranial, which was a big problem. he brought me into the office and, you know, kind of owed me, but again, for the kindness that Cranial showed me and Andy showed me in not pursuing this, if that had gone through, it was done for. College degree over. Now, I had to work for it. I had to do 400 hours community service, digging out the half of the campus around here. All those flowers out there, that's me. That's what it is. So, lost all the weight, and working hard trying to get back into the team. 3 games later, right before, I was like, are you kidding? Out for another season. Before I came to America, I was deciding between coming to the States or signing a professional contract in Ireland, and I chose the States. So now I'm going, I'm in the middle of Kentucky, haven't played in 2 years, career's going down a bit, I don't have any mates, I'm after losing 60 pounds, I don't want to do that again. And I bet my mental health started to spiral, and I ended up becoming bulimic, which is an eating disorder whereby you binge and purge all the time. And so, what I would do is stuff all the lads doing is pass the balls because they're playing on Friday and Sunday. I was eating the pass the balls and sitting on the arse today. But what I would do is stuff my face and then purge. And it got progressively worse over the semester, as did my mental health. And about a month after Christmas break, I ended up overdosing on a bunch of pills and alcohol and ended up in hospital. Now, as messed up as the Irish drinking culture is, people are used to getting their stomachs pumped in Ireland. I woke up next to my mate, who was also from Ireland, and it was the look on his face that was like, you nearly went. You know, I was close to a coma, and to be honest with you, I didn't want to be alive. Everything that I thought I wanted to be and I thought I was going for was going the opposite way, and I could not get out of this mentality. And over Christmas break, everyone went home for break again, and I'm deacon on my own, just going, what are you doing here? I know, mate, it's like, this is tough. And came back for spring break, and I'm slowly getting more brave with my eating, in the sense of, instead of just binging a portion at home, we'd go out for meals, and I'd go into the bathroom, binge, come back, eyes are red, breath stinks, all that good stuff. And under the guise of spring break, everyone's trying to lose weight for spring break, so I was losing a bunch of weight again. I was like, you're looking shredded, I had my best friend to this day, Ben Mitch. We were training together, he's on the soccer team, and little I know he was watching me, because at the time I was the party kid, everyone who wanted the party called me out on the Irish team, sure, off the top of the table, have a great time. But when I stopped doing that and I was going through my eating disorder, all the calls stopped. All the people started knocking me around. And then when the money was there, and on spring break, we were out for a meal in the afternoon, we were doing whatever, and I did it again. Went to the bathroom, got sick and all that type of stuff. Came back, and then we were out for the night. And going out for the night, I was thinking anything about it, and he was like, listen man, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? It's good. I was like, no, like, you're not leaving, what is going on? And it's the first time anyone pushed me that way. And it was the first time when a man has been able to get to me to where I just fully broke down, uncontrollably, and got to the point where I told him everything that was going on. He got me through spring break, and he was with me every day after that. And Ben was a little bit chubby every day as well, so we'd always like lift up his top and like, yeah, you know, it's fine. And I, with him, through him, learned to disentangle a lot of the control I wanted over my body versus me as a person. And kind of, I say I'm in recovery, it still comes up every now and again. Hey, $10,000 to fix my teeth because all the stomach cancer came up from vomit and all that stuff. But I process also coincided with Jason Cranial coming to Wesleyan. Jason Cranial is the man. He got his PhD on Colorado in exercise physiology, and his dad is the carpet man in town, owns a really successful carpet business, and Cranial worked with him for 7 years. So he came back to the university and started the health science major. And this was the first time I ever took a class, and I was like, geez, this is unbelievable. Taking classes about nutrition and how your body moves in response to exercise. And he's so goofy. Like, he wears Crocs and like these weird t-shirts. I'm like, this fella's a lunatic. But he loved it. And because he loved it, I loved it. And he went one step further. He'd come out and watch my soccer games. Now, I was in the country on my own, with no one else around me. No one cared about me. Especially after all the trouble I'd just been in. A lot of people were going, he's a screw up, he's going nowhere. So for him to come into my soccer games, he got me a job at his brother's restaurant. It was legal. He flew me out to the American College of Sports Medicine, which is one of the biggest conferences in the country for what we do. He found out about what my mom was going through. My mom, during that Christmas, was diagnosed with breast cancer. And when I found out, she gave me a call and she was like, listen, I'm out of surgery, I'm about to go through chemo and radiation. And I was like, man, if she goes, her memory of me is me pissing away an opportunity in the States. And he found out about that, flew me out to Colorado to HSM, got to meet a bunch of researchers in my field, came back and helped me start a cancer rehab clinic. And he pushed me to do research. I wanted to be a strength and conditioning coach, wanted to work in pro sports or whatever. And he was the first person who was like, do you know what, you can actually go to grad school. You can make something yourself. And talk about, I didn't have an honest convocation. I had a 2.8 GPA when I finished. I wasn't going to any of these. But he was the one who was like, you've got something here, do it. And even when I went to grad school, I wanted to teach their strength classes. And he was the one who pushed me for a research assistantship. I was like, man, I'm such a nerd, I don't want to do the research. And he was right, he pushed me to do it, and when I got to Georgia Southern, I loved it, absolutely loved it. And they have the labs are incredible, the sports science facilities, being able to work with some of the best athletes in the country. But even then, like, between Georgia and Ohio, there was some mess up with paperwork, and I got deported. So graduated from Georgia Southern with my master's, having a great time, personal training. Got a phone call on Thursday, and they were like, hey, this is America, get out. And this is a Thursday afternoon. I had to cancel my lease, had to quit my job, had to pack up all my stuff and just drive away to Ohio, get a bunch of paperwork and fly out. And my mom, like, God bless her, I was like, listen, I'm getting deported. She was like, you're coming home for a vacation. I was like, no, it's not that type of vacation. So, went home and I was lucky enough to get everything sorted and come back up, and I did my PhD at Ohio State. But the level, the jump from Georgia Southern to Ohio State, like a PhD at Ohio State, they're number 6 ranked in the country, and the expectations there for what they want from their students is sky high. And I'm still this bloke dude from Ireland trying to make his way, and I had a really hard time adjusting to that standard. When you go from lower class to middle class, there's a different language, there's a different way of handling conflict. Frank will tell you not to be so more personal, if you feel any in the classroom, that you just can't do that at that level. Like, a lot of personal stuff, you know, like, there was a point during my PhD that I didn't go home for 5 years, and you miss a lot of debts, you miss celebrations, you miss family, you miss all this stuff in your life. And at the same time, I'm going through my mid-20s, all my mates are traveling the world, having a great time. I lived 2.5 miles away from campus, had to walk in every day, there was no bus. And this is like Ohio winter, it's freezing cold. I'm just like, what am I doing here? Like, what? Why am I here? Walking in the rain, I had to pack an extra bag of clothes because I knew once I'd be there, I'd get soaked. There was times in our toxic relationships, I was homeless, sleeping in the car, sleeping in the office, all the while trying to meet oncologists and get my stuff off the ground and act like everything was okay. Meanwhile, I was a mess. Don't want to eat plasma, trying to make rent. It was so cold that my heating would go off, I'd be sleeping in the office, or not in the office, in my closet, 5 jackets on. And all the while, it's just like, what? I keep telling myself, what am I doing? I'm wasting the best years of my life, broke, in this crappy apartment. I don't even know what's going to pay off. And, you know, it did in a way. I kind of tipped away and progressed, and I was lucky enough to get to Australia, and got this postdoc at this amazing place. The walk 2.5-mile walk. Now this is not just 4 years of hard work. This is not just 6 years of hard work. This is knowing my family went to college. This is, I haven't seen anyone in 5 or 6 years. And to get a call to say, you got a postdoc at one of the best places in the world for what we do. Or remember walking to campus and there was a specific point that's across the bridge which broke down the line. Which was a terrible place to break down the line, by the way. All these people were like, don't do it, it's not good. But even then, like, my whole attitude was like, if I get then I'll be. If I get a college degree, I'll be happy. If I get a master's and I make more money, I'll be happy. Get a PhD, then it'll all be sweet. And meanwhile, I'm carrying all this, I'm not addressing any of this baggage from my childhood and what I'm going through. And in Australia, on paper, living a great life. I lived across the road from the beach, best place in the world to do my type of research, making money. But still, life doesn't stop because you get some. Pandemic hits. Last January, mental health has been a huge thorn in my family's side. It's affected a lot of us. I lost my cousin to suicide when I was 12, and a lot of us have been impacted by it. Last January, my dad got to a point where he was having ideations, and he ended up in hospital for 12 weeks. I'm in Australia, making loads of money living on the beach, going, am I doing the right thing? I left my family behind, I'm making loads of money, he's broke. The idea that you can be 60 years old and considering ending your life because it's not worth it, and I'm over here surfing, are you serious? So, all this time I'm trying to get to a point of success, I'm trying to get to somewhere that's going to make me happy, instead of living in the process and enjoying what's going on and being present with myself. And even now, assistant professor, director of my own lab, I get to do world-leading research, and our lab is going to be renowned for that. But it doesn't stop the rest of your life. You still have to handle everything else. And you can take away of, yeah, look how much you overcome and all that's great. And you might have challenges that are greater than mine to overcome, especially the systemic and structural issues that are very present in academia. I'm great, like, I'm a white dude. If you're not, you're going to have a harder time than I did. And a lot of that stuff that changed my perspective stemmed from what I experienced at Wesley, when I was so close to going off the rails. And I still keep it on the edge. But people like Scott Cranial, people like Paula Dan, people like Jason Crandall, my class that I teach in the fall is 170 kids. Try being me in that class, you're not getting seen. It's a lot harder to get seen. And so, if you have ambitions to be a lawyer or a doctor or whatever, good for you. If you really want to do that for you, know that you're going to face things that you have never considered, that you don't even know is going to be in your way, and you will consistently question yourself. Because questioning yourself is part of the process, doubting yourself is part of the process, and overcoming that is part of the process, because you have to believe in yourself. If you get a shot at whatever you want to do and you don't believe you deserve to be there, you're going to have a much harder time. And at the same time, during your PhD, you take these huge comprehensive exams, and you get to the end of your PhD, and it's like you get assessed on everything you know about your field. So you sit in the room and say, tell you everything you know. Geez, everything. And it's a huge point in your career. One of my really close mates, Kev Shield, 2 weeks before that, he dropped out. He was like, I'm a work to live by. I care about how my life is designed, I care about traveling, I care about having a good time. I don't care to have a PhD. At the time, I was like, you're nuts, man. You're nuts. You're going to drop out this close to finishing? And now, he's got a great family. He loves his wife, he has a great kid, they travel all the time. So, I lived in Australia, and I got to travel to New Zealand, and to Malaysia, and all these amazing countries. Some of the happiest people I met were people working in a coffee shop. And I'm not talking about 19-year-olds, I'm talking about 40, 50-year-olds living on the beach having a great time. Or in New Zealand being tour guides. Or Malay people who have such a focus on community and culture as opposed to material aspirations. My little brother, when I lived in Georgia, tried to sneak into Canada illegally, did not work. He ended up living with me in Georgia for 6 months. He's lived in 20-something different countries. Been all over the world. He's lived in a hammock in Colombia for 6 months. Pulled up trees in Scotland. Now he's trying to save up $20,000 to own a mango farm in Spain. The stories he has and the people he's met. I can't stand up up here and say, you need to be a lawyer to be successful, you need to be a doctor to be successful. Because I don't know you. If you see, or if you feel like you value life experiences over material things and degrees, go for it. Because there's nothing worse than going for something for someone else. If you're in a position where you're like, I want to be a dentist, but kind of only because my dad's a dentist and he wants to do it. You've got a lot of people in your life that are well-intentioned, that are telling you what to do, who to be, what you should change, where you need to go, and all these things you need to do to get to be a point of success. And they are well-intentioned, but they don't know you like you know you. So it has to be a process internally for you, that you get to know yourself, and you get to figure out what you want. And at the same time, when you get your foot in the door, success isn't about what you get, especially at the expense of others. Success is turning around and holding your hand out and bringing someone else with you. Success is who you treat yourself. All that stuff that they listed at the start, that doesn't tell you anything about me. He told me today, he was surprised I was here. Because I got some degrees and all that school. I'm not necessarily proud of that. I'm proud of the fact that I've changed as a person and become someone who they're proud to have come back and speak, and I'm proud to be here. So, however you define success, and whatever you want to do with your life, make sure it's for you, and if you do that, I wish you all the best with it. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, Daryl. Great words to live by. Find your passion, and once you do, go for it. Great. So now's the fun part. We get to honor all of you, because that's what we're really here for. To say thanks and to say congratulations to all of you for the accomplishments that you have achieved during your time here at Kentucky Wesleyan. So what will happen is you'll be called up to receive your award, and we'll try to make sure that we social distance and all that sort of stuff so that we're keeping safe. So the first award is the Avenatti Chemistry Scholarship Award. It is given by Dr. Ernest Avenatti, a successful physician and surgeon of Atlanta, whose pre-medical education was acquired at Kentucky Wesleyan. This award goes to a student who has qualities that predict successful achievement. This year there are two worthy recipients. They are Emma Darnell and Austin Minton. You can come on out. The American Chemical Society College Achievement Awards are given by the Indiana-Kentucky Border Section of the American Chemical Society. These awards go to the outstanding senior, junior, and sophomore chemistry majors. This year's recipients are Lauren Dieter, sophomore, Angelique Lashore, junior, and Daryl Moore, senior. The Art Program Award is given to the art student who shows a strong commitment to the visual arts, as defined by a strong work ethic, a high degree of creative integrity, ability to think critically, and is in the process of developing a personal language in a variety of materials. This year's recipient is Nicole Daryl, and she is in California working, and she is a December graduate. We can't congratulate her anyway. The Memorial Religion Award was established by family and friends in memory of Dr. Clyde Bethel-Babb, a 1963 graduate of Kentucky Wesleyan. This award is given to an outstanding junior or senior majoring in religion who has an exceptional perseverance in pursuit of his or her education and who demonstrates qualities that predict successful achievement. This year's recipient, Josiah Bumrick. The Edward L. Bevan Award is given in memory of Dr. Edward Bevan, who was a professor of religion at Kentucky Wesleyan. This award goes to a religion major with a minimum of a 3.0 grade point average. This year's recipient, Logan Lake. Alex is unable to attend today. We have a whole bunch of people that are doing soccer today, as well as getting their CPR exams today and everything, so they can't be here. The Joan Gray Capps Memorial Scholarship is given to a first-generation elementary education student. This year's recipient, Madison Hilliard. The Center for Business Studies Departmental Award goes to an outstanding continuing student majoring in accounting or business administration. This year's recipient, Nathan Boyd. The Center for Business Studies Service Learning Award goes to a student majoring in business who has at least a 3.0 grade point average and actively participates in campus life. This year's recipient, Vincent Watley. The Dr. Kirby Shelgren Calculus Award was established in honor of Dr. Shelgren's 42 years of service to Kentucky Wesleyan. This award is given to the top calculus student for the academic year. This year's recipient is Seth Kolofsky, excuse me. The Chemical Rubber Company Award goes to the outstanding freshman student in general chemistry. This year we have two recipients, Richard Daniel, and the Chemistry Alumni Award is provided by the Kentucky Wesleyan College Chemistry Department alumni and goes to an upper-class chemistry major who has demonstrated the potential to successfully pursue a career in chemistry or a chemistry-related area. This year we have two recipients. They are Will Boltinghouse and Chris Mangold. The Clay Physical Education Award was given by the late Dr. and Mrs. Clay, 1932 graduates of Kentucky Wesleyan. This award is presented to the outstanding student in the field of health and physical education. This year's recipient is Lucas Danhow, and Lucas is not here as well. The John R. Combs Award for Literature was established by the family and friends of Kentucky Wesleyan College and Professor Emeritus of English John R. Combs, and goes to an outstanding senior or junior English major who has achieved excellence in the study of literature. This year's recipient is Michael Hoover. The Vicki Lyle Combs Memorial Award for Distinguished Writing is given in memory of the late Vicki Combs, beloved wife of Dr. James Combs. This award goes to a junior or senior student who has produced excellent writing in 2 or more creative genres. This year's recipient, Haley Macy. The Connor Fletcher Magnuson Chemistry Award is given by Dr. Joseph E. Morton, a 1979 graduate of Kentucky Wesleyan College, in gratitude for all the support and encouragement he received from Drs. Henry Connor, Robert Fletcher, and W. L. Magnuson. This year's recipient, Michaela Lowe. The Dr. William Conroy History of Political Science Award is given in honor of Dr. William Conroy, Professor Emeritus of History and Political Science. This award goes to a history or a political science major with a minimum cumulative GPA of a 3.0. This year's recipient, Rice Carter. The William D. Crago Scholarship was given by members of the Crago family and honors Professor William D. Crago, a longtime member of the English faculty at Kentucky Wesleyan. It is presented to an outstanding rising junior in the humanities or natural sciences who has a minimum cumulative GPA of 3.0. Anna Marie Knudsen. The Criminal Justice Outstanding Student Award goes to a student who has had an outstanding academic achievement and shows promise in the criminal justice profession and intends to attend graduate school or law school. This year's recipient, Heather Mast. The Criminal Justice Service Learning Pay It Forward Award goes to a student who has shown outstanding leadership and commitment to service learning. This student has gone above and beyond the mere minimum requirements of working with the homeless and the youth in the Owensboro community. This This year there are two worthy recipients. They are Austin Cavender and George Marsh. The Nolan Daryl Scholarship is presented to a student who has distinguished themselves in the performing arts. This award is given in memory of lifelong educator and mother of Kentucky Wesleyan College's 34th president, Martin B. Daryl. Nell Peoples Daryl had a lifelong commitment to performing arts and to Kentucky Wesleyan College. This year's recipient, Brooks Holly. The Downford Zoology Award was established to honor Professor of Biology Don Davenport, who served KWC from 1964 to 1999. This award is given to a senior zoology major who has pursued with passion the process of becoming a zoologist. Priestley Watson. The Dr. Diane Earl Music Scholarship Award honors Dr. Diane Earl, Professor Emerita at Kentucky Wesleyan, and is given to a music or music education major, preferably a piano major or minor, who has a GPA of at least 2.5. This year's recipient, Dylan Green. The Eaglehar Whitehead PLLC Junior Accounting Award is given to an outstanding junior accounting major. This year's recipient is Elijah Easterday, and he is not able to be with us today. The Philip R. Edwards Microbiology Award was established to honor the Owensboro native who became a world authority on bacteria that causes salmonella infections. This award is given to a student who displays enthusiasm, diligence, and a high level of achievement in academic microbiology. This year there are two worthy recipients, Madeline Clements and Austin Newton. The Falcon Mathematics Award is given in memory of Kentucky Wesleyan mathematics professor Dr. Leanne Faulkner, who worked to produce the best mathematics student possible. It is given to the top junior or senior mathematics major, Will Boldinghouse. Physics Chemistry Scholarship is awarded to a student who has demonstrated outstanding potential to pursue a career in chemistry or a chemistry-related field. This year's recipients, Gracie Cart, and Angelique Lachure. The Dr. Paul W. Hagan Outstanding Music Student Award recognizes a music student who has demonstrated performing excellence, outstanding scholarship, shown determination to pursue a professional career in music, and has made outstanding artistic contributions to the music program at Kentucky Wesleyan. This year's recipient, Dakota DeGraw. The Dr. Paul W. Hagan Outstanding Senior Music Student is awarded to a senior music student who has demonstrated performing excellence, outstanding scholarship, shown determination to pursue a professional career in music, and has made outstanding artistic contributions to the music department. This year's recipient is Megan Crawford. The Dr. Billy B. Horrell Memorial Education Scholarship was established by family and friends in honor of Billy B. Horrell, Professor Emeritus. It is presented to a rising junior or senior education major who has a 3.0 GPA and shows exceptional dedication and leadership in the pursuit of their education. This year's recipient is Ariel Kennedy. The William Bruce Horrell History Political Science Scholarship was established by family and friends in memory of William Bruce Horrell and goes to an outstanding sophomore or junior history political science major. This year's recipient is Jacob Marsh. Rachel Terry. The Shelton Kincaid Jr. 84 Memorial Scholarship is given to a non-traditional student who maintains at least a 2.5 GPA, is involved in campus life, and submits a 500-word essay about a time when they demonstrated motivation and dedication to achieve a goal. This year's recipient is Michael Alex Nolan. The Louise Memorial Scholarship is presented to a rising sophomore, junior, or senior who is an outstanding special education student and is based on academic progress and service in the field. This year's recipient is Tyler Cruz. Sorry, Taylor. There's not enough lights up here. The Nolan Gentry Magruder Scholarship was established by Sally Stanford, class of 63, and longtime dedicated supporter of Kentucky Wesleyan. This award is to assist a student wishing to pursue a career in nursing. This year's recipient is Chloe Wood. The Modern Welding Company Inc. Psychology Award was established by the Modern Welding Company and goes to a junior or senior majoring in psychology with a cumulative GPA of at least 3.3 and a major GPA of a 3.5, and honors a student who has made distinctive contributions in psychology, either in research, in the classroom, or in the community. This year's recipient, Heather Mast. The Elizabeth Monday Alumni Award is given annually by the Kentucky Wesleyan College alumni of the Owensboro area and goes to a student who is planning to enter a helping profession. This year's recipient, Emma Darnell. The Dolores Murphy Scholarship is given to 2 students and was initiated by Mrs. Murphy's friends and family to honor her spirit of giving and servant leadership. The students receiving this award exemplifies her earnest desire to help those in need and to contribute to the betterment of society. This year's recipients are Amaya Crawford and Montana. The Music Ministry Scholarship was created to help students with a desire to be music ministers. The donor had a very successful career as a pipe organist and wanted students to have the opportunity to experience the beauty of worship using the pipe organ. This year's recipient is Matthew Morris. The Larry Nostenham Memorial Scholarship is given in memory of Larry Nostenham, a 1958 graduate of Kentucky Wesleyan. He was also an admissions recruiter from 1996 until 2012 and operated in the Madisonville area. This award is given to a student from the Commonwealth of Kentucky who is in good academic standing. Caitlin Tucker. The Paul Oakley Memorial Award for Leadership and Service was established in memory of Professor Paul Oakley, who served as the KWC choral director, and is given to a music student who has shown excellence in leadership and service. This year's recipient, Tracy McGee. The Dr. Gus E. Paris Friendship Award is given by Dr. Ernest Avenatti. This award goes to a student that shows sustained friendliness in honor of that same characteristic manifested by Dr. Paris. This year's recipient is Kylo Hicks. The Gus E. Paris Scholarship Award was established by the alumni of Kentucky Wesleyan College and goes to a junior majoring in political science who has intentions of going to law school. This year's recipient, Callie Nolan. The Peters Chemistry Scholarship Award was given by Dr. and Mrs. C. Kenneth Peters, 1955 to 1957 alumni of KWC. This award goes to a distinguished student in chemistry, preferably but not necessarily in the area of pre-medicine. Josiah Bergman. The Powell Peace Award is given in memory of Bobby Wayne Powell, a 1968 graduate of Kentucky Wesleyan who was killed in Vietnam. Preference is given to a student who exemplifies an interest in and commitment to peacemaking efforts around the world. This student may be concentrating his or her studies in the area of international relations, history, political science, or religion. This year's recipient, Michael Hoover. The Henry Milton Piles Biology Award goes to an outstanding junior or senior biology major. This year's recipient, Bronson Yator. The Gilbert P. Robertson Ministerial Award was established by Mrs. Thorpe L. Wolford in honor and recognition of the lifelong ministry of Reverend Robertson. This award goes to a religion major or a minor with a minimum of a 3.0 GPA. This recipient, Kaylee Duncan. The Sarah Brackett Group Award for Outstanding Service to the Community Through Music goes to a music major or minor with at least a 2.5 GPA who uses their music ability to serve in their church or in the community at large. This year's recipient, Rachel Miller. The D. Wendell Smith Business Administration Scholarship was given by family and friends in memory of Wendell Smith. It goes to a student who demonstrates outstanding academic achievement in the general areas of business administration, marketing, management, and finance. This year's recipient, Jessica Rice. The Teacher Education Awards go to juniors or senior students who have at least an overall 3.5 GPA and who have been admitted into teacher education. This year's recipients, Brooklyn Moore, Elementary Education. Kayla Mattingly, Middle Grades Education. Nicole Miller, Secondary Education. And Megan Crawford, P12. The Jerry Trimble Accounting Award goes to a senior who has demonstrated the aptitude, attitude, and character to be a positive addition to the accounting profession. This year's recipient is John Martin. The Reverend Erskine Wade Memorial Scholarship is given in memory of Reverend Erskine L. Wade, Senior. The recipient must maintain a 2.5 or higher GPA. Participated in social and community activities at KWC, among them the Black Student Union. Jarrell Campbell. The Wall Street Journal Student Achievement Award goes to the Outstanding Graduate Business Major. This year's recipient, Sarah Gilbert. Last evening, we participated at the induction of members in Alpha Chi Honor Society, and I know a few of you are sitting in here. I'm not going to call your names, but if you would stand and be recognized, that would be awesome. Congratulations to all of you, and Jessica, you can come up here and announce the Outstanding Teacher of the Year.
Take this off for a second. I'm Jessica Shelton. I'm the president of SGA, and I'd like to start by thanking the students of Kentucky Wesleyan College are lucky to be surrounded by supportive, caring, and encouraging faculty and staff, committed to making us better each and every year. Each year, the Student Government Association recognizes a faculty and staff member that went above and beyond to contribute positively to the Kentucky Wesleyan experience. SGA nominates candidates, and then the entire student body votes on our nominees. Will the following nominees for Faculty of the Year please stand? Dr. Andrew Nolan. Dr. Kayla Keller. Dr. Janella Moy. Dr. Rachel Pritchard. Dr. Rachel Stevens. Congratulations to each of these nominees, and thank you for your commitment to Kentucky Wesleyan College and the education to our students. The 2020 and 2021 Outstanding Faculty Member of the Year is Dr. Rachel Stevens.
She's up in the balcony.
The following employees are nominated for Staff Member of the Year. If you are present, please stand. Sherry Lynn Howard, Aladdin Food Service. Tanya Marksberry, Director of Student Health Services. Greta Miller, Aladdin Food Service. Shelley Rock, Postal Coordinator. And Alex Vogel, Director of Sports Medicine. The winner of the 2020 and 21 Staff Member of the Year is Miss Sherry Lynn Howard.
Every year we present a faculty member with the Advisor of the Year Award, which is based totally on student input. A good advisor is a faculty member who is available, provides good information, cares about the student's academic status, and cares about the student. They help students overcome problems and give good character counseling and good career counseling, especially as one approaches graduation. This year's Advisor of the Year is Dr. Michael Nelson. He's also upstairs. We should have had a rope on radio. Every year at this time, we announce the winners of the next year's Wesleyan Fellows Program. These are students who have decided to work with a faculty member or someone either on or off campus on a research project that is related to their area of expertise or interest. It is a competitive program. Students must apply for the award, and the awardees are then selected. So as I call your name, if you would just stand if you're here, Please do so, because some of you are, some of you aren't. William Boltinghouse will be working with Dr. Justin Trulin in mathematics. Tracy Clark will be working with Dr. Cindy Wolf in biology. Olivia Clemens also will be working with Dr. Wolf in biology, as well as Samantha Dowd. Sarah Gauthier will be working with Dr. Trulin in mathematics. Anna Marie Knudsen will be working with Dr. Rachel Pritchard in biology. Steph Orlowski will be working with Dr. Trulin in mathematics. Austin Minton with Dr. Rachel Pritchard in biology. Shannon Rubel with Dr. Jeremy Gibson in zoology. Karen Williams with Dr. Christine Salmon in the Center for Engaged Teaching and Learning. And Elise Woodward, who will be working with Dr. Trulin in mathematics as well. Next year, they will be required to make presentations of their work at the Scholars Day competition, which is next door after we are finished here. I have one more announcement, and that is the people who were awarded chemistry gifts, if you could please come up here before you leave the building. We need to get some photos for Dr. Magnuson. We would really appreciate it. After we're finished here, the Wesleyan Singers are going to help us with sing the alma mater. There is a reception out here in the lobby, and over here in the pantry room are the presentations of the students who are presenting their work from last year. It's a small group, but mighty, and we all can't be in the same room at the same time. So I would encourage you to maybe get a little food, walk outside, and then meander in so that we can keep our numbers down in the pantry room. So thank you. Wesleyan Singers. Somebody reading? Somebody doing something? There you go.